Greetings, goths, punks, metalheads, herberts, herbetters, Martians and subterranean folk and cosmic groovers. How you all doing? My name's John and this is the Health Anarchist channel. Welcome aboard. Well, today I'm really excited and I've been wanting to do this video for a while, and it's a vinyl record review of a band that I really love. Now, there were a couple of delays with this, but it's right now, so I'm going to do it. So the review is for the band Alien Sex Fiend, and it's a 7-inch single. It's a double A side. So on one side it's R.I.P. and on the other side it's New Christian Music. Now I'll just tell you the tale of how I got this. Now this record I got from eBay, and it was a reasonable price. You can still pick these up at a reasonable price. It was about £10. So I ordered it, and there was a massive delay and it well went over its due date when it was supposed to come. So it got to about 3 weeks, and you know, there was no joy. It wasn't the seller's fault because they sent me all the documents that they'd sent it. It got lost with the delivery company, I think. So in the end, eBay refunded me the full cost, and they said if it ever does turn up, you can keep the money. So a week later, it actually turned up. It had just been lost in the post, I think. So I ended up with 2 copies. So yeah, took a while, but I got 2 copies in the end. Now, some of you may have seen me do another record review, which was an Alien Sex Fiend, which was the EST Trip to the Moon 11-inch. Now, I do know the songs off this single, and I've heard them before because I've got them on CD, but I wasn't aware of that there was a vinyl release of this in the format that it is. Now, one of the releases was a fold-out poster sleeve, and that's black vinyl. And I think the other release, these are in 7-inch size, and the other 7-inch was a normal sleeve with coloured vinyl, and then you also get like 12-inch and 10-inch versions, which are all a bit different. But I was interested in this 7-inch because it comes with a poster sleeve. With Alien Sex Fiend, they're really interesting with the way they put products out and the artwork and everything, and it's just like a whole package. So I went and ordered the poster version single. Now, a bit about the band. Alien Sex Fiend are a goth band, and they were formed in 1982 in London, and they came from that sort of Batcave scene in London. So they were one of the pioneers of the goth scene, really. So with this release, you can really hear the punk roots of the band, because goth came from punk in the gothic subculture. So Alien Sex Fiend are a band that they sort of evolved a lot and then devolved a bit and then evolved again. So a lot of the sort of later releases have a much more acid house sort of synth sound and drum beats, which I really love. And that's mixed with the guitar and the sort of angry vocals. And they're just, for me, they're a fascinating band, and I love the artwork because Nick Fiend is an artist as well as a singer. So, you know, he's had galleries with his artwork up, and I think you can still buy it. So for me, it's a whole interesting package. And when you look at this single, this is a goth artifact. Now, this came out in 1984. This is now 42 years old. So it's like getting a little bit of gothic history. And if you're interested in vinyl and the history of the gothic music subculture, then I'd advise you to pick one of these up. You can still get them around £10, sometimes a little bit more, a little bit less. But if you want this exact one with the poster sleeve, you have to really check that it is the one with the poster sleeve before you buy it. Otherwise, it comes with a normal sleeve and coloured vinyl, which is still cool, but the poster sleeve is something else, and we'll get into that in a moment. So what we'll do now is we'll have a listen to a few clips of this single to get an idea of what it was like in the gothic subculture. And at first it was a very underground gothic subculture, and we'll just have a taste of that now. I love the weirdness of the sort of synth sounds on the beginning. Cool. already off to a great start. So here we're coming up to the chorus. R.I.P. R.I.P. Right away it's got kind of a rockabilly edge to it, which we do have sometimes, Alien Sex Fiend. So we're coming up to the chorus on this one now. Yeah, that's a classic early Alien Sex Fiend, the way this side sounds. So yeah, so why I like buying things on vinyl, for goth bands like Alien Sex Fiend, it is an artifact of goth subculture. I mean, you get a full package. It's not like a digital song that, you know, it's like a physical thing that exists. And I'll just show you inside this. I'm looking forward to this part. So not only do you get a brilliant single, you also get a fold-out band poster that you can put up on your wall. Now, how amazing is that? And look at all the other artwork you get on the other side. So you're really getting bang for your buck here, and you're really buying into a piece of gothic subcultural history. So I'll just zoom in detail now to the other side of that poster, and we'll talk about some of the artwork on that side, because I love when you get records like this, looking at all the little different bits of artwork that the band have put together and want the buyers to see. So there's 6 different panels filled with art on the other side of this poster sleeve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in into each of those and take a still photo, and you can pause it if you want to examine it more. But it's really worth looking at. So I love the sort of comic book, horror, sci-fi sort of themes, and they also had quite a lot of humour, Alien Sex Fiend. They weren't really serious. We've got a guy in the corner here saying, "I'm going to another planet." On the back here, this would be the back of the sleeve, we've got like a band picture. We've got Yaxi High Riser guitar, Johnny Ha drums, Nick Fiend vocals, and Mrs Fiend organs, and she's the synth player. So then we've got another picture here. It's like a satanic picture. I imagine that's something to do with new Christian music. We've got a glistener censored by Big Buddha. Big Buddha thing, it must be some in-joke of the band at the time. But it's really interesting looking into the history. Here we've got a picture of Nick Fiend, and I looked at the wording closely, and it's like Lonely Hearts adverts behind him. So it's quite amusing that. So looking at these old pictures, it really is like stepping back in time, going into the days of the subculture when it was still emerging from the underground, and I just find it really fascinating. So here we've got a picture of what says Yaxi, and that's like the last picture that we're going to look at here. So finally, if we actually look at the vinyl itself, it's actually quite unusual for vinyl, because the lettering is just etched into the vinyl. It's not been filled with ink or on a paper label like a lot of vinyl. So that in itself is unusual. It's on Anagram Records, which I think were a subsidiary of Cherry Red Records. But yeah, even the vinyl's unusual on this one. Whether it was a stylistic choice to do it this way, or if it was to keep costs down, I don't know. But yeah, it was recorded in 1983 and the record was cut in 1984. So I'd like to say a big thank you to all my recent subscribers. Cheers guys, it really means a lot. And to all you guys that have been with me for a while now, thanks for staying with me. I really appreciate it. So if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give us a like and a subscribe if you haven't already done so. And until the next video, don't forget, be different, stay weird and stay free. Bye now.